Greetings from South Korea. I am Adang, Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. South Korea's exports have hit an all-time high for the first 20 days of August, driven largely by a massive semiconductor boom. Preliminary data released by the Korea Customs Service on Friday shows outbound shipments from August 1st to the 20th reached $55.2 billion, which is a 56% jump compared to the same period last year. Chip exports alone skyrocketed by 198.8%, hitting a record $26 billion. Shipments to major partners like China, Vietnam, and the US saw significant jumps, while passenger car exports dropped by 45.1%. Korea posted a trade surplus of $13.97 billion, signaling that strong economic momentum driven by chips remains intact. Korea's producer prices in July dropped 0.4% from the previous month as global oil prices moved lower. That's according to the Bank of Korea on Friday, marking the first monthly decline in 11 months. Prices of industrial goods, including petroleum and chemical products, dropped 0.5%. However, prices of agricultural, livestock, and fisheries products rose 1.5% due to extreme summer heat. The BOK said producer prices could face upward pressure in August with oil prices rising again and tensions in the Middle East continuing. Hyundai Motor's labor union has launched its first full-scale strike in a decade, shutting down all domestic production lines. According to union sources on Friday, around 39,000 members halted operations across plants in Ulsan, Jeonju, and Asan after wage talks stalled. The 16-hour full walkout, the first since 2016, has pushed cumulative losses from strike action past roughly $1.65 billion. The dispute centers on union demands for a 50% bonus hike, reinstating dismissed workers, and extending the retirement age, which management rejected, citing a lack of legal grounds and rational justification. With talks suspended, the union warned it will discuss further strike actions on August 25th unless the company presents a revised proposal. Kim Yo-jong, sister of leader Kim Jong-un, released a statement late Thursday night through the Korean Central News Agency with sneering remarks against Seoul. In response to the scaling down of the Irji Freedom Shield joint military exercises, she mocked that a single order from U.S. President Trump left South Korea in a pitiful plight of no longer being able to play war games. Calling the alliance a master-servant relationship, Kim accused South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung of duplicitous words and deeds. While North Korea maintains its hostile posture towards South Korea, analysts have commented that Kim Yo-jong's latest statement can be read to reaffirm North Korea's stance of leaving room for its relationship with the United States. The U.S. is preparing to impose what it calls the toughest sanctions in history on Iran. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said on Thursday that the measures are aimed at collapsing the regime. His remarks came after President Donald Trump pledged tougher economic measures against Iran on Wednesday, declaring an economic D-Day in a Truth Social post. He also threatened major penalties against any country that continues doing business with Iran. Iran's foreign ministry condemned the U.S. sanctions as economic terrorism, saying they would hurt ordinary Iranians and amount to crimes against humanity. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.